You're never going to pay a high price for a cappuccino again. Make it at home. You're going to be amazed. So in a blender, we're going to add 400 grams of powdered milk. Just add that to the mixer or your blender. And of course, adjust the quantity if you're making it for just one person. Now I'm going to add 200 grams of cocoa powder. And 100 grams of instant coffee. So just add all of these ingredients to your mixer. You want to make sure to add instant coffee. Powdered coffee will not work for this recipe. You can also add 4 tablespoons of sugar. This step is optional. There's already powdered milk, but if you do like sugar in your cappuccino. Now finish with a good amount of cinnamon. You can substitute the cinnamon, but cinnamon's really going to give this cappuccino the true taste of a cappuccino. Now add 1 tablespoon of baking soda. You're just adding 1 spoon to avoid making the recipe salty. And now just cover and mix all of these ingredients well. Now I prefer to do this step in a blender, but up to you. And after just a few minutes of mixing, our cappuccino powder is ready. So go ahead and set that aside. This powder can be stored for up to 6 months, so it's a great thing to have on hand. So now just pour it into a glass jar for storage. Make it at home. You're never going to pay for a cappuccino again. This recipe is suitable for breakfast or for afternoon coffee. You can also reduce the amount of ingredients if you prefer to cook for fewer people at one time. But this recipe is certainly cheaper than a conventional cappuccino powder. It also yields a lot and is just very, very tasty. So you don't need to freeze it, but store it in a closed glass jar and keep it away from hot places. You can also store this cappuccino in the fridge too, if you prefer. This recipe is really great for gifting to friends as well. Your friends and family will love it and they'll thank you. It's a great little Christmas gift. Your whole family will ask you for this recipe. So the result of this recipe that yields a lot, it doesn't require many ingredients. So after you make it, you can store it or go ahead and prepare a cappuccino. So let's have some. I'm already preparing my cappuccino. I'm just going to pour hot milk into a cup. Getting so excited for this little pick-me-up, and let's go ahead and try it. So the more cappuccino powder you add to it, the better and more flavorful it will become. The quantity is totally optional, so you'll find your little sweet spot. Just prepare your cappuccino to your liking. It's going to form a perfect foam. So make this at home. You're going to love the result. Your family will thank you for this very beautiful, professional level coffee. Now, enough talking. Let's go ahead and taste it. Please enjoy.
Did you know that if you put chicken in pasta, add boiling water, cover and wait 2 minutes, you will get delicious pasta with chicken? Did you know that if you skewer some French fries on barbecue sticks like this, place them on a tray, add tomato sauce on top, mozzarella cheese, slices of sausage, and cover with Parmesan cheese, then bake for 1 hour, you will get delicious mini pizzas? Did you know that if you add shelled peanuts to the blender, along with eggs, a lot of sugar, and vanilla extract, blend everything, add vinegar, blend again, transfer the mixture to a bowl, add baking powder, mix everything, pour the mixture into a buttered mold, and bake it for 2 hours, you will get a delicious peanut cake.
I'm going to start here by adding 1 beaten egg here into my burger maker. I beat 1 egg here, and I'm going to make a very simple and delicious burger. I'm going to season it with a pinch of salt. I'm also going to add a very small pinch of black pepper to make sure the egg is well seasoned. Now I'm going to close it and let the egg cook well. And while the egg cooks, I'm going to spread a little bit of butter here in my skillet. Then I'm placing 1 burger patty and I'll wait for it to cook well on both sides. It's already nicely browned on one side. Now I'll flip it and wait for the other side of the patty and egg to brown. And now my patty is nicely browned. I'm going to leave it in here so it stays warm. And now my egg is fully cooked. I'll lift up this part now. And on this bottom part, I'm going to add a little bit of butter and spread it like this. Now I'll place my bun right here inside. Look, folks, at how delicious this is going to be. This burger is very simple to make. I'm going to spread a little bit of butter on this part too and lower it so the butter melts a bit. And now the butter has melted really well. My bun has started to brown nicely. Now I'll place my burger patty. Look, folks, how delicious this burger is going to be. A good burger isn't just eaten, it's celebrated. Now I'm going to remove this other part and place my omelet on top of the patty like this. Look how amazing this is going to turn out. And here on this part, I'm going to add 1 leaf of lettuce. I'll also add 1 slice of tomato and 1 slice of cucumber. The little details make the big flavors. Now I'm going to close it again to seal it a bit and keep everything hot. Now I'll spread a bit of butter on the top part of the bun. Now I just fit the bun in here like this, with the bottom part right here underneath. And now I just need to close it and wait for this bun to brown a little as well. Now I'm going to place a slice of mozzarella cheese here. I'll also add another leaf of lettuce and 1 slice of cucumber. Now I'll close it again and wait for the cheese to melt well so the burger becomes even more flavorful. The secret is in every layer and lots of love. And here, folks, all the parts are now perfectly sealed. Now I'm going to take out my burger. Look at that. You'll have a complete burger right at home. Eating well is a pleasure, and you can make it at home. I'm going to place it on a plate now. My burger is ready. And to make this burger even more delicious, I'm going to add cheese. Just look at this. If cooking is an art, this burger is a masterpiece. Meat with butter that melts in your mouth. The juiciest recipe of all. A smooth flavor that wins you over from the first bite. I'll start here by cutting my meat. I'm going to cut 100 filets or steaks, however you prefer to cut them. Here I have 2 pounds of beef, and I've already cut all my meat. The pieces turned out like this, all even. Now with my skillet already heating, I'll add 2 tablespoons of butter. I've already melted all the butter well. Now I'm going to place the meat pieces in here. I'm going to add them all into this butter. And I'll stir and let this meat fry really well until all the pieces are nicely browned. And here all my meat has fried very well. That smell of browned butter is pure joy in the kitchen. Now I'll turn off the heat and I'll remove the meat from the skillet. And continuing, I'll add here 12 onions sliced into rings. I'll spread them well. And I'll add 3 cloves of minced garlic. And I'll saute the onions and garlic well in that butter. The onions and garlic have now sauteed lightly. It looks like caramelized onion. Now I'll add back in the meat I had set aside. And with the meat, I'll add 1 teaspoon of salt. I'll also add 1 teaspoon of paprika and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I'll mix these seasonings well with the meat so the flavor sticks in well. And now the seasonings have mixed well with the meat. Now I'll add 2 tablespoons of mustard. I'll also pour in 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and about 3 tablespoons of water. I'll mix the meat well so the mustard and soy sauce blend nicely. Mix everything well. Now I'll cover and let it cook for 5 minutes. And here it has cooked well in 5 minutes. This meat turned out even creamier. Look, everyone. Such creamy meat, so tender. Perfect texture, intense flavor, and simply irresistible results. Juicy, it turned out wonderful. To make this meat even juicier, here I have 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and half a cup of water. Now I'll dissolve the cornstarch well. This will help make the meat even creamier. More juicy with a perfect consistency. Stir well. Now just pour it over and add plenty of cilantro on top. Look, everyone, what a delicious dish this meat will be. And stir well so the cornstarch cooks thoroughly and makes the meat juicy. And now my meat has cooked well, and it has this sauce. Super creamy, a super creamy meat. Now just turn off the heat, and I'll transfer the meat to a serving dish. A simple recipe, but with a flavor that leaves a mark. Look at that creaminess, everyone. And now all that's left is to enjoy this wonderful meat. super juicy. This is how you get the juiciest and most golden chicken in the world. Here I have a whole chicken. I'm going to start by cutting this chicken in half. I'm going to split it really well. I'm going to prepare here a delicious chicken. Very easy to make. Here I've already cut my chicken. It's going to look like this, nice and open. This way it's already clean. Now I'm going to set it aside. And now inside this bowl, I'm going to add 7 ounces of very cold butter. I'm using salted butter. I'm going to add the zest of 2 lemons. And I'm also going to add 2 finely chopped garlic cloves. This way, with everything inside now, with your hand or with a spoon, you're going to mash this butter very well until it forms a smooth paste and everything is well mixed. And here I've already mashed the butter very well. It looks like this. Firm. Now I'm going to take a portion of this butter and roll it into a ball. You can make it whatever size you want. And I'm going to take it directly to place here inside my chicken. I'm going to put it right in the center. This will also help the chicken get nicely golden. I'm going to place another one here like this. And now you just need to close the chicken this way. I left it well closed. And now with wooden skewers, I'm going to pierce the chicken like this and keep it well sealed. To make sure it stays closed, you can put it all the way through. There's no problem. You're going to grab a softer part and insert the skewers until the chicken is completely sealed. With my chicken all closed up, now I'm going to place it here on a rack. I put a large baking pan underneath and I'm going to set it aside. Now inside this bowl, I'm going to add 7 ounces of melted butter. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. I'm also going to add a generous teaspoon of rosemary. I'm going to add garlic powder as well, lemon zest to bring freshness to the chicken. And I'm also going to add the juice of 2 lemons. Now you just need to mix everything very well. Now we're going to brush it over the chicken like this. I've already brushed all the melted butter over the chicken. Now inside this baking pan, I'm going to add 2 pounds of potatoes. I'm also going to add 1 carrot sliced, 5 ounces of mushrooms, also 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and a generous drizzle of olive oil to keep the carrot and potatoes well roasted and tender. Now you just need to mix very well. I'm going to sprinkle some rosemary. Place my chicken with the rack over this baking pan. I'm going to take it to the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 50 minutes. And here my chicken is already well roasted. Let's remove the skewers I placed here. And now it's time to enjoy this super tender, juicy chicken. Just look at this. Well roasted, nicely golden. I'm going to take out a piece of the breast so you can see. Just look at how wonderful this turns out. And now all that's left is to taste it and serve it however you like.